Hey, howdy ho, everybody. This is Postmortem Nightshade, and the last movie we'll be talking about this weekend is Faces of Death. This film from Shudder and IFC is actually not a remake of the original film, but rather looks at how the influence of violent media, for example, like the original Faces of Death film, can influence and shape modern day content that we consume online. Directed by Daniel Goldhaber, this film stars Barbie Ferreira, best known for her work in Euphoria, and Dacre Montgomery, most famous for his work in Stranger Things. When I went in to watch this film, I had not seen the original, and honestly, I hadn't even seen a trailer for this new 2026 take, so I went in absolutely blind. And truthfully, that is perfectly fine. They don't leave you in the dark at all about the original source material, and the story is its own separate thing from the OG film. Honestly, I think Faces of Death is what Psycho Killer from earlier this year was trying to be, except Faces of Death exceeds on every level that Psycho Killer could not. Off the bat, Dacre Montgomery is incredible in this movie. His performance is truly a masterclass, and I hope he has all the success in the world because I think he's extremely talented. I would say, honestly, this film is worth watching for his performance alone. However, I don't think his serial killer role would have worked nearly as well if he didn't have Barbie Ferreira to bounce off of as our final girl. She gives a very layered, desperate, and emotional performance that really drives the story and keeps us as an audience interested in what is going on. I also felt like this script had something genuine, sincere, and actually interesting to say about modern media and how violence influences and permeates the internet and how we as a society interact with said media. Oftentimes, I do feel like this theme is not executed in modern stories very well, but I actually really enjoyed it in this film. This movie also kind of reminded me of Red Rooms, if you've seen that movie. It's not nearly as heady or as ambiguous as that one, but the stories just kind of remind me of each other. I also thought the supporting cast for this movie did a really great job. There, of course, were a few moments of dumb character decisions, unfortunately, and absolutely some plot armor, but those are honestly my biggest complaints for this film. Overall, this movie had good tension, a great look for our serial killer, a moody color palette, a variety of settings, good production design, compelling characters, and used its budget well when it came to the practical effects. So for me, on my scale, this film barely sits below the Hey Heidi Alrighty category. I think a few less dumb character decisions would have put it solidly in the Hey Heidi Alrighty category, but still, not bad for a film that I wasn't even aware of before this weekend. Definitely a solid horror I recommend you check out. But let me know in the comments, have you seen the original Faces of Death? And, whether you have or haven't, what did you think of this 2026 spin on the film? Thank you everyone so much for tuning in, and if you'd like to follow along on my movie review journey, please like, subscribe, and follow, and I will see y'all very soon.